Nobody really thinks about you as much as you are thinking about how much others are thinking about you. How to actually stop caring about what others think about you, how to shut the negative voice in your head, how to actually find your true self. Hi guys, my name is Sanika, and today I'm going to be answering a few questions about finding yourself and like just FAQs about self improvement and self doubt. And I'm also going to be updating you about my life, what's going on, what's actually happening. That's going to happen in the end, so stay tuned for that. How do I stop caring about what others think of me? Now, this could be particularly difficult because we are actually wired to think and care about others, and which is fine. We don't really have to stop. We just have to refocus that energy and those thoughts on something else, which is on you and those who actually matter to us. Starting with, you need to have inner validation. Don't go outside and think about what others are thinking. Don't validate your opinions and the moves you do, the steps you take ahead from people who do not really matter to you. So now what do? You seek inner validation, and inner validation comes from self-worth. And self-worth you need to build. You can't just magically be like, oh, I deserve, which could potentially work for a lot of people, but I understand that it is not possible for everybody, which is okay because your brain needs proof. And how do you give proof to your brain? By doing actions that actually tell your brain that, oh, okay, this is actually happening and I am really important to myself. And once your brain has enough proof that, oh, I matter, your self worth and the way you see yourself changes, and you don't go ahead and seek validation from somewhere else. And from validation, I also want to say that once you have core values, who you are within is stronger. What others think about you, nothing matters. I'm telling you, if you know that you're kind, if you know that you are confident, if you know that you're not really affected by any judgments, that's your core. You know about yourself. And when somebody else gives you clashing opinions which do not really align with your core values, you immediately reject those opinions. You're like, no, my core values are stronger. If your opinions are not aligning with my opinions, they do not really matter. So it is more about what you're doing inside. Also, I want to include mindfulness, because think about it. If somebody's telling you ki, oh my god, don't do this, just take a moment there, listen to that sentence again in your head, and put some space between you and that thought. Does it really matter to you? Does it really align? Does it really make sense? Or it's just another thought that somebody has passed because they don't have anything to do in their life? Or even if they do, they don't care about their life enough for them to actually put such opinions on you. And also, when you put yourself out in the world, I know it is difficult, I know it is hard, but it could also be rewarding, and it could also get easier with time if you tell yourself that. Trust me, I have been doing it from years. I have been the most shy person, the most underconfident person, and me right now, I don't truly care about what others think. I do have my moments where I'm like, no yaar, I'm just scared, and then I tell myself, because I'm mindful, I'm like, why are you scared of this? And then I go ahead and be like, does it even align with your core values? You know, you're confident, you know, you're okay with failing rather than regretting of not trying it. Why are you just not doing what you want? And then I'm like, yeah. And it also comes from a place where I'm kind and gentle to myself. Tell myself, okay, it doesn't really make sense. Truly, it's not logical. It just give your brain the logic and it will start performing. If you have already given an equation to your brain, analyze some situation of what others think about you, and if it doesn't fit with that equation, your brain will automatically reject that idea and you will start performing. Yeah, so getting back to me having those moments, I reflect and I'm like, okay, it can be scary. It honestly feels like, oh my god, what do I do in my life? I take a moment, breathe, think about it, reflect, seek inner validation, think about my core values, and then I go ahead with it. And it took me years to get to this point, and also trying new experiences and being okay with it. I keep doing new experiences so that I am calmer when I try more new experiences. I get used to the new experiences. I try my best to not get used to the scary and anxiety side of trying something new, because I'm constantly telling myself it's okay, it's happening. And once I actually do the new scary thing, it just becomes a habit and I feel like, huh, it's okay, it's fine. I'll tell you, once I started this new gym, I was so scared. I called my friend. My friend did not pick up my call that time, and I was like, okay, now I actually have to reflect, think, and sit. I was like, no, I don't want to go in. Nope. I waited outside for 10 minutes and I started talking to myself. Why are you actually scared? And then I figured out that maybe people will judge. I'm new. I don't know how to do some gym exercises. This is my first time. I don't even know 1% of actually lifting weights. And what do? I told myself, it's okay. You can learn. that's what you're paying the sir for, like my gym instructor. It's fine, everybody goes from this. Trust me, I was not really convinced, but I was at least 50% convinced that I could take the step to go inside and then figure out. You can also do this, like you can later figure out. I told my brain, okay, let's just go inside and then later figure out. You can always run away from that place. Yep, I do give myself those advices that you can run away, but I usually end up not running away because I don't like to run away. But I just trick myself ki ha later you can figure things out, which I do eventually, and I don't really go to the point where I have to leave that place or like run away. Then I went inside, I spoke to the sir, and it started feeling normal and chill because I'm talking to somebody. And then he started instructing me do this and do that. I was just like refocusing on his voice. I did keep having those thoughts constantly running in my mind. What will everybody think? What do I do? Am I doing it right? How do I look? Kya galat kar rahi hu? Constantly having these thoughts, and I constantly kept refocusing them on his voice and actually being mindful while lifting weights. Yeah, that's actually how you do it. Those thoughts don't really vanish, you just refocus and automatically they just go somewhere else. When you actually pay attention, you will notice that you only listen to those thoughts you are actually paying attention on. नहीं अगर आपने थोड़ा भी उनके बारे में सोचा, तो those thoughts actually do not come again, only if you think about it. It's very easy, and I know it could sound like क्या बोल रही है ये, but once you understand this concept, once you actually apply it somewhere, you will be like, oh, it's that simple and it's that easy. I don't know why I was making it complicated. That's how you're gonna feel, you're making things complicated. And the answer is very very easy. It's like refocusing. And then I did like a great gym session. Then again at the end there was this really ridiculous workout, and I was like, do I have to do this alone? And I did it. Nobody gave a fuck. Honestly, gym people are the best. Whoever works out, they know that usually people don't judge there. They're here to work out, and they're focusing on themselves. And I like, I did it. I went outside. My friend called, hey, I'm sorry I called you late. I'm like, no problem. Obviously, very grateful that I have friends who I can call before actually doing something that scares me. But I'm also grateful that I made myself capable that I can still do it without actually having to call someone. So I'm very happy about that. And I just did that. And to be very honest, why are you putting your energy into thinking what other people are going to think about you? Does it make sense? Why don't you just think about yourself rather? Why do you have to go to someone else's place? Like, just go inside the body and think about yourself. Why do you have to do that? Just stay where you are and think about yourself. Be self obsessed, that's fine, but don't take the efforts to actually think about you from others point of view. Nobody really thinks about you as much as you are thinking about how much others are thinking about you. It is something to think about. I have said think so many times, I'm sorry, but that's how much thinking is involved in such things. Next thing that could help you is actually listening to the opinions of people who matter to you and who make sense. They are your trusted circle, and you know those people are always going to be on your side and always supporting you, giving you confidence, giving you all the love, energy, positivity, no negative thoughts, no nothing bullshit. They're always supporting you in all your decisions. Those are the people you have to listen to. Like, I know we're wired to care, so care about the people who actually care about you. Your inner circle's thoughts matter to you more than what somebody else's thoughts, who probably doesn't know what you went through, what you're going through right now, what are your goals, what backstory you have. Nothing. They just have your current self vision. If anybody knows me, and I truly, from the bottom of my heart, do not really give about anything that doesn't really matter. And I have had this personality from a very long time. I didn't even notice it. And that's actually how I made one of my bestie, and she liked my I don't give a fuck personality. And I had no idea. Okay, I consider myself like a very kind person, to be very honest, and I believe that, and I am that personality too. But my other side, if you flip the coin, I have the most I don't give a personality, and that comes from absolute confidence in who I am and what I want in life and the people I want to listen to. I don't listen to people who don't really matter to me. I don't listen to people who have not made it in their life, because I know people who have made it in their life never ever will actually look down on people who are trying. If I meet somebody, the core is actually scamming people and making a living out of it, but on the outside they're acting as if they're the nicest people, and then they give me opinions about how I should lead my life. Nah, nah. I do not kick it. I'd rather be like, thank you so much, but no. I am never rude to people. If I do not like something, I'm very honest, and I just straight up say with kindness filter that hey, this is not something I'm going to listen to. If you're honest, you can't have the excuse that I'm brutally honest and I'm rude. No, honesty can come with filtration of kindness. Okay, really nice straightforward words. And even in workplace, I don't really think about what others are thinking about me, because I know I'm here to do my work. If somebody doesn't like my work, I go back and be like, okay, I'll change it, because I know it's not about me, it's about my work, and I have to make it better. It can be better if I want it to be better. So overall, it is about just your core beliefs and the confidence you have in yourself, and eventually you will achieve it. You have to keep working on yourself. I'm still working on myself. I still do have moments where I doubt myself. I still do have moments where I'm like, do I even do this? What is this person saying? Then I just have to remind myself that, wait a minute, Barry, you do not really care about such things. How do I stop comparing myself to others on social media? As much as I love watching social media, I truly love social media, by the way. I feel like it's one of the greatest inventions, and it's an amazing platform to connect to people, like minded people, and truly learn. Because when I tell you I've learned so much from social media, I mean it. The day social media got into my life, YouTube came into my life, I've had a growth in my personality. I've learned so much from watching people online. So I feel it's a really good and great place if you use it wisely. But if you go on the other side of social media, I know how hard it is. I know the shittiest things could happen. I'm telling you, I've been through it all. I've had so many insecurities that came from social media, which I never truly had from just my regular life. Society gave me. It came from the Instagram society. And undoing those insecurities took hell lot of a time. It still does. It still crawls up, and I'm just like, why are you here right now? It is not your time to shine. So yes, I know the bad side of social media, but how do you even deal with it? I've said this multiple times and I'm gonna keep saying it. Follow people, content creators, friends, or anybody you want to, who actually inspire you and who are actually not really giving you the negative vibes. Yes, you can feel it. It's about intuition. You have to mindfully follow people on Instagram. More than Instagram, I feel like you should watch YouTube long format content, because when you're on YouTube, it is you who's clicking and watching that video with your own will, and not Instagram showing you random people, random reels. And when you're seeing somebody's life, remember it is an highlight of their good parts. And even if somebody shows their bad, it is not truly the worst they're showing. It is always filtered. So you're comparing yourself to somebody who's showing their good, very good life, and bad, which is also not in the depth. And when you are at the most shittiest place in your life, you go on social media, you see somebody shittiest time, and it is nothing compared to yours. You feel like that, right? And then you feel like, yaar, mera itna aur bura kyun hai? And then you go more deep down. I'm gonna hold your hand and tell you, Instagram is not real life, and you are comparing yourself to a stranger about whom you have no idea. You do not know about their baggage, you do not know about their backstory, you do not know what's going on in their life. You're just comparing who actually feels close to you because of the screen. Okay, because of the screen, you feel like, oh, this person is close to me. But to be honest, no. Nobody's as close to you as people who are there in your life, truly know about what's going on in your life. And believe me or not, I learned this the hard way. Not everybody is truthful on social media. Yup, your girl was delusional enough that everybody puts their truth on social media, and even those surprise moments or like life moments, everything is real. Because I thought, if I'm putting everything real out there, what is genuinely going on, or really did not advertise something fake, I thought nobody fakes it. Yup, I was this delusional, very honestly, and I feel stupid about it. But apparently, people do actually post fake things, and when you see that fake thing, you're like, oh shit, why don't I have this? Oh shit, why are my friends not doing this? Oh shit, why is my boyfriend not doing that? And when you see somebody's fake life, you compare yourself to that fake life, which is literally glamorized, which has glitter on it, which is probably screened by many people like managers, PR team, XYZ, I don't even know how many people. And that is what you're comparing yourself and your life to. When you see somebody's perfect relationship, you think that, oh my god, why is my XYZ not doing this? Okay, I understand learning from social media about standards and bare minimum. It is also equally important that you're mindful enough ki it is not real. That is not possible. You see someone setting the bar so high, like in a relationship, the boy does something crazy out of the box. They're probably in their 30s, who are actually making money, who actually have so much money to spend on their significant other. You're probably 20 or 19, and you're expecting your boyfriend to actually bring you some diamonds from some other different country. I don't know what you are expecting, but is it even realistic? Are you guys actually earning enough? Is your life's goal just limited to such things? One more thing, I am a victim of this, by the way. I've caught myself multiple times in this comparison. I was comparing myself to somebody who was in their 30s, who have made it, who literally have everything I want, as in like in career wise, like the goals I had similar goals to someone. Like, damn, yaar, why am I not doing it? Because girly girl, I checked in with myself, by the way. I'm just like, girly girl, do you even realize that person is like a 9-year-old adult? Yes, it's a term. And I'm just like a 1-year-old adult. Once you're out of your 21 phase, you start actually becoming a real adult, where you're starting to be in the world and starting to earn. So that person is like 9 years old adult, and you're just like 1 year adult. It doesn't even make sense to compare. Everything will come to you with experience, with learning, with failures, with success, small wins, big wins, just so much of learning. It is just a platform, it is not a life. As much as you know that you want to be a social media content creator, you want to be on YouTube, that doesn't mean that it is your life. It is a part of your life, and it is on you how much you want to impact it. So it is normal for you to feel it, but it is very important for you to exit from that. If you stay in that same zone ki yaar, why don't I have it, you will obviously go into this deep hole in your life. So for that, keep checking in with yourself. Another few tiny steps you can do are like obviously digital detox. If you think you're overly addicted, you have to be mindful for all these things, by the way. Until and unless you're not mindful, you will not realize what is actually happening. You will constantly keep scrolling. Once you're mindful, you'll notice, oh, it has been like 2 hours that I've been scrolling. That's not healthy. You can do like a weekend digital detox, like a day digital detox. I'm a social media strategist and manager, so I keep scrolling. So I do that. I know I don't let myself over exceed my limited time, क्योंकि मुझे मेरे brain cells को मारना नहीं है, मुझे healthy रहना है. Unfollow triggers, people who are actually negative and are generating insecurities in your life. Unfollow them. If you can't unfollow people, just mute them. I have multiple people on mute. It works. Don't let anybody bother your peace. Focus on your journey, realizing that everybody's timeline is different, everybody's life is different. That's the unique part about you. So your failures, your successes are going to be about you and in your timeline. Do I really want to be like somebody else? Do I want the same timeline if I become successful? Do I want the same past as someone else's? Something to think about it. Do you really want to be a copy of somebody, or have your unique timeline or your path? This will make you step back from the comparison, where you will find your uniqueness and you will actually respect your uniqueness. Last but not the least, shifting to gratitude, just being thankful for everything. You can't have two thoughts, positive and negative, together. So when you shift to the positive ones from your negative comparison self, when you shift to the positive ones, where you're grateful for actually having a house, you're actually grateful for having food on your table, you're grateful for your family, you're grateful for just like a phone, you will shift your perspective, and your brain has no other option to actually think in the positive way. And once you have refocused, you start focusing on your journey, on your path, and on yourself. And it's honestly could be a very long journey if you have been in this comparison zone of social media. It could be hard, but it is not impossible if you tell yourself that, oh, it's easy. It is going to be easy. Trust me, it is all about mindset. I've seen multiple videos, multiple self-help videos. I've read multiple books. All of them have one single thing in common, which is just truly knowing that it is easy, and training and rewiring your brain that it is easy. If you think it is easy, just like that, it is going to be easy. Okay, now time for some life updates. Hi. By the way, if somebody is new, hi, my name is Samika. I am 23 years old. I just did my master's in luxury brand management from London. One of the best experiences of my life. The city loved me back. But guess what? I moved back home recently I started my own brand agency. Yes, you heard that right. My brand agency's name is Azoli. Honestly, I'm still figuring out where to take this, how to take this. Do I niche down? Do I not? I have so much to do. I completely forgot to update on YouTube because I don't know why I just assumed people on YouTube would know. But obviously, YouTube is my love. So I had to come here and update. Your girl has officially started her own thing, and please do support. It's gonna be an exciting journey. I've already had my crazy ass breakdowns, but I just remind myself what really matters. I tell myself how to deal with such things, and it is actually working. I did not just give you advices just like randomly, it is literally happening in my life, and there's a lot of things that keep happening behind the scenes. As I said, I'm showing my journey on Instagram, but that will also not cover all the behind the scenes, not because I am faking it, but because I don't feel like putting it on Instagram, or sometimes I simply just forget. Yes, that happens a lot of time. That happens a lot of times even when I make a vlog. Like I just forget that I'm vlogging. So yeah, as I said, social media is not something you can compare yourself to, because I'm having so many difficulties. I'm not able to put it on Instagram because that time I'm dealing with it. Very honestly, right now I can talk to you because I've dealt with it. That's it for this video. Also, before I end, thank you so much for all the love and support I've been getting on my YouTube channel. It's truly crazy how our YouTube channel is actually growing. Very, very thankful for that. And please do like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who actually needs to listen to this. And I will see you in the next. Bye.